Aponige salam ami Rinki Gogoi apna sai se Nltv News Now. It headlines. Nagaland Sarkar pra advisor H. Juba Changke Law and Justice or Secretary Departments pra Aram Kurikena Idia para Departments of Road and Bridges te Zimedari Dishe. Advisor KT Shukhaloke B. State Council of Education Research and Training te Zimedari Dishe. Chief Minister Nipir Rio pra Hydrology Project Convention Center aro Commission Automatic Weather Station te pizometer ke khulai dishe. Rio koise etu nishna kam pra Nagaland nimite bishi faida anipo. Department of Linguistics and Center for Naga Tribal Language Studies para University of North Texas, USA logo de milikana April 22 or April 23 te language documentation and annotation laga international workshop ayojan kurishe. Professor Shobhana Shelia, University of North Texas, US resource speaker thagishe. Nagaland Sarkar pra Kipiri aro Punguro Jua Rasta do nabanai kena Charidia nimide Punguro subdivision NGOs aro administration milikena Sidi Wong Bosti aro Wongwa Bosti laga Rasta banai dishe. Rasta do bishi bia halat rakshe aro sink bi hui thakishe. Ita news to details se jani lobo. Nagaland Chief Minister Nipir Rio pra advisors khan ke kisim departments pra aram kurikena dusra zimedari dishe 23rd April 2022 day. Advisor H. Juba Changke Law and Justice aru Secretariat pra aram kuri dishe. Nagaland Cabinet Secretary Cell laga jankari sabte H. Juba Changdo Itiabra Department of Road and Bridges te zimedari dishe. Advisor KT Shukhalobi State Council of Educational Research and Training te notun zimedari dishe. Duita advisors para bi jin aja ahi thakya din para notun zimedari khan uthabo koi kena janaise. Chief Minister Nipir Rio pra Hydrology Project Convention Center ke khulai dishe aru automatic weather station eta pizometer ke commission kurishe Fort Mile Dimapur te Saturday din de. Construction to under National Hydrology project te kurishe aru World Bank aided project para motor dishe. Rio pra kushe itu nishna kam to modernize banabole water resources management systems bhal kuribole aro kheti kam khan kuri thakya tarika khan notun tarika anikena agri productivity uthabole karone ase. Chief Minister Nipir Rio provided the seismic microzonization of Greater Dimapur City oporte ekta report release kurishe. Idu oporte Pradesh Sarkar aro CSIR Northeast Institute of Science and Technology milikena bana project ekta ase. Project para seismic risk zones kan pehchan kuribo aro ahibole dinte earthquake hazards kan janibo aro sheher de phal planning anibole and urban development kan karone ase. Nagaland TV pra bishi bar coal scam chuli thakya expose kurishe. Mafia khan pra illegal coal transport kurikena legal banai dia laga dikhi paise. Nagaland laga Sarkar pra license dia to galat tarika pra chula dikhi paise. Idia moi khan sabo kirika Nagaland laga Geology and Mining Department pra itu chamela lukabole aru safa kuribole koshish kuri ase. IB moi khan report sai lobo.
Nltv pra Nagaland coal scheme laga khulasa kuria opor Rio government ke helai dishe. Directorate of Geology and Mining to dangor chamla de phasi gina ase. Nltv pra departmental order access kurishe. Nagaland coal scheme opor CBI inquiry pra kuribole mang kuri ase. Coal scheme opor de PIL joldi file kuribo. Nltv pra Nagaland te ekta dangor coal scheme laga khulasa kurishe. Coal mafia Metlo Kongyak laga leadership under the Tai laga gang pra kinika tin moina nishna Nagaland Geology and Mining Department pra issue kuria laga license chalai kina 5 lakh tons coal yearly 5,000 tons to railway rake pra pahar de illegally batai thakya janishe. Nltv pra itu coal scam oporte jankari narukhi kina jai thakya homoy Directorate of Geology and Mining laga suku kholai dishe. Department of Geology and Mining pra olop din age Koilal Railway Point alak pra transport kuria opor cancellation notice khan issue kurise. Hulibi itu notice khan to bharosa kuribole naparia ekta ase. 31st March te inika notice ekta department pra dishe. Rek nimite issue kuria NOC to sub cancel kurise aru invalid kurise. Chief Commercial Manager NF Railway Malingao ke Department of Geology and Mining Government of Nagaland pra letter address kuria de dikhato 8 firms opor sub 19 OCS cancel aro invalid kurise. Logistic problem aro koila nathakya karan Tinsukia Chariali Bojo laga loading points de Nagaland pra anya koila load kuribole cancel kurise. Itu karan the logistic problem aro koila nathakya nimite ase. Itu mamla oporde ekta alak letter issue korea to sabi. Itu letter to khali Chariali station de cancel korea laga ase. Chariali station de kile cancel kurise itu laga karan to sabi. Itu letter saigena ami khan janibo paise coal aro logistic problem khan kinika shuru hoise itu bujibole napaya karan Chariali station de coal loading laga cancellation notice dishe. Alak reason nimite itu do cancellation letter issue kurise. Itu hatsa khan sai kina ami khan sob bujibole pare Department of Geology and Mining to coal mafias laga ungli din nachi ase aro rail rakes pra lakhs ton illegal koila export kuri ase. Nltv pra Nagaland coal scam laga khulasa kuria pichite. CBI inquiry jabo nimite demand to dangor hwat dikhi pai ase. Naga manuhan sob metlo kongyak aro tai nishna coal mafia khan corrupt sarkar officials aro matha de buhia khan laga mudut paigina kinika kam kore aro kinika pusa crores de loot kore itu do janibole laga hak ase. Nagaland coal scam opore Nltv pra khobor ani thakibo. Bureau report Nagaland TV.
Lok Sabha MP Tokeho Yaptomi pra Dimapur Deputy Commissioner Conference Hall te District Development Coordination Committee logote meeting lo asame committee members khan ke taikhan laga department te central pra sponsor korea schemes khan transparency thakikena implement kuribole koise. Idu meeting lo asame te Dimapur Rural Development Agency and District Education Officer pra Tai Department pra project law oporte PowerPoint presentations dishe koi kena mukhan chani paise. Idu meeting te PHED, PWD, District Social Welfare Officer, Food and Civil Supplies, Lead Banks aro District Horticulture Officer prabi taikan laga report dishe. Meeting te Tokeho pra members khan ke alag mamla takya khan oporte kota phal hobo lage itu khan oporte bi jankari lubole Parents Department logote kota khan kuri thakibole janaise. Eastern Bible College laga Taikan laga 48 graduation ceremony Saturday din del loshe. Ceremony to make disciples laga team under del loshe aro Buntan Chapel Hall de manaishe. College pra sob milai kina 42 students graduate hoise aro program laga keynote speaker to National Christian Council laga President Reverend Dr. Sam Paul Takishe. Northeast India te National Christian Council laga President Nanda Gurung program laga guest of honor Takishe. Reverend Dr. Sam Paul pra program de ceremony laga team de choi kena kota pak kurshe aro koshe ami khan sob disciples banabole mon chaile do isor laga kota puribo lage aro Bible do puribo lage koshe.
There is a theme here, make disciples. Matthew 28, chapter 28, verses 19 and 20. If you want to make disciples, I want to make disciples. The first and primary qualification, the requirement is that we study God's word in a disciplined way. Study helps us to serve God better, to make disciples in a better way, in a knowledgeable way, in godly way, in a biblical way. The purpose of a degree that you are all getting, the purpose of a degree or the purpose of those visitors here that have come to witness and pray and bless those who are graduating. All our purpose is that we serve God, we live for the kingdom of God in a better way by learning, following the scriptures. 2 Timothy 3:16-17. Every scripture is inspired by God and useful for teaching, for reproof, for correction and for training in righteousness, that the person dedicated to God may be capable and equipped for every good work. That's what that scripture says. In 2 Timothy 2:15, be diligent to present yourself approved to God as a workman. That is the verse we are discussing. Who does not.
Department of Linguistics and Center for Naga Tribal Language Studies para University of North Texas, USA logote milikana April 22 aru April 23 te language documentation and annotation laga international workshop organize korise. Workshop te Professor A.K. Mishra to special guest thakise aru Professor Shobana Celia, University of North Texas, USA do resource person thakya janishe. Resource person para keynote address te language documentation aru data archiving laga zaruri oporte kotha korise. Professor Chaliha para koise data khando digital para archive koria hi zaruri ase. Kile kule digitally to sob manu aru community bi access koribo pare koikena janaise. Data khando digitally archive korile community laga language aru culture duita bi hodai nimite preserve koribole pare koikena janaise. National Students Union of India para Kohima laga Regional Transport Authority Chairman ke taxi aru dusra public transport gari khan para passenger ke fare mang kuria to ekta thik na hoy koi kena chithi likhishe. Union para chithi te koise sob manu alag alag dam mange aru kunba do ekdom hisab na kuri kena bishi dam mange ase. Edu do janta khan bi bishi duk pai ase. Janta khan majute bi students khan bishi duk pai kile mane tai khan do hodai itu public transport service istemal koribo lage koi kena chithi te likhishe. Edu mamla te union pra authority khan ke sob se notun rates to janta khan ke janai dibole koise aro ঠিক time de updated rakhibole janaise. Etu hina hoy kena union pra uniform te thakya students khan karne do discount bi dibo koi kena permit koribole benefit korise authorities khan ke. Etu oporte press release dia pichete RTA pra notun taxi rates olai dishe Kohima pra dusra jaka khan te jabole laga. Revised taxi fares dia hisab de fare to rupees 80 per base rate plus 42 per kilometer te loi ase. Kohima TCP gate para Leary helipad ta kilometers to 5.29 ase to tai laga charge rate to 251 hobo koi kena revised charge te dishe. Dusra khan laga rates bi inika hisab te hi banai kena ase. National Students Union of India pra Kohima laga Regional Transport Authority Chairman ke taxi aru dusra public transport gari khan pra passengers ke fare mang kuria to ekta thik na hoy koi kena chithi likhishe. Union pra chithi de koise sob manu laga alag alag dam mange aru kunba to ekdom hisab na kuri kena bishi dam mange kure. Etu to janta khan ke bi bishi duk die. Janta khan majote bi students khan hi bishi duk pai kile mane tai khan to hodai etu public transport service istemal koribo lage koi kena chithi del likhishe. Etu mamla de union pra authorities khan ke sobse notun rates to janta khan ke janai dibole koise aro ঠিক time de updated rakhibole janaise. Etu hina hoy kena union pra uniform te thakya students khan karone to discount bi permit koribole binti kurise authorities khan ke. Etu oporte press release dia pichete RTA pra nutun taxi rates olai dishe Kohima pra dusra jaga khan te jabole laga. Revised taxi fares to dia hisab te fare to rupees 80 per base rate plus 42 kilometers te loi ase. Kohima to TCP gate pra Larry helipad ta kilometers to 5.29 ase total laga charge rate to 251 hobo koina revised charge te dishe. Dusra khan laga rates bhi inika hisab te hi banai kena ase. Itia Mokhan pra apni khan ke ekta big breaking news dibole ase aro itu to big breaking news to Nagaland state politics laga ase. Chief Minister Nipi Rio pra Deputy Chief Minister Y Paton laga roads and bridges portfolio to wapas loi loshe aro itu to ekta UDA partners aro NDPP aro BJP khan majote ekta jhagara ulabole laga beginning ase neki koikena bhabna kori ase aro itu to next assembly elections ahya homoite ekta polls ase next assembly polls te ekta dangor rift aro ekta dangor crackdown hobo niki mokhan asha kori ase inika bhabna kori ase mede mokhan aro ekbar janai dibo Chief Minister Nipi Rio pra Deputy Chief Minister Y Paton logote pra itu bridge road and bridges laga portfolio to wapas loi loshe and this news itudo news to ekta crack hobo nishna ase to UDA government laga UDA partners NDPP and BJP laga majote ekta showdown ekta crack hobo neki in the upcoming assembly polls itu nishna hi dikhi pai ase. Yes, Mokhan itia dikipa nishna ita news to jania nishna Chief Minister Nipi Rio pra Deputy Chief Minister Y Paton logote pra road and bridges laga portfolio to loi loshe aro itu laga oporite Mokhan aro updates kan hunibole we have a phono de Loreni Sanglao ase. Loreni, over to you. Loreni, yes, Mokhan itia breaking news te jani paishe that Mokhan laga Chief Minister Nagaland laga Chief Minister Nipi Rio pra kinika Deputy Chief Minister Y Paton logote pra roads and bridges laga portfolio to loi loshe and we with this breaking Mokhan inika ekta showdown hobo niki koikina bhabna kori ase UDA partners kan majote NDPP aro BJP majote ekta crackdown ekta showdown hobo niki ahita kya assembly polls te aro apni laga itla oporte highlights kan apni la bhabna khan ki ase itu mohan janta ke janai dibi. Loreni?
Hello?
Yes, Loreni?
Yes.
Yes, Loreni, continue. We would like to know itu assembly polls ahita kya assembly polls te itu Chief Minister Nipi Rio pra Deputy Chief Minister laga hatte pra itu portfolio loi loa to itu assembly elections ahita kya assembly elections te kinika crackdown kinika impact itu la opore ki impact thakibo itu laga opore aru jankari janata khan ke janai dibi apni.
Yes, today the Chief Secretary has issued an notification regarding the change of portfolio. And as we know that Deputy Minister Y Paton was holding the road and bridges portfolio also. So after the notification was when contacted NDPP President Nltv, he has confirmed that yes, portfolios has been changed. Y Paton, as we know, Deputy CM, he is from the BJP party, and Nltv President NDPP has confirmed that before when the Rajya Sabha during the Rajya Sabha election, there was an understanding between NDPP and PJB. As you know, like there have been a triple alliance. So they had an understanding between them themselves, NDPP and PJB, that they will send NDPP party representatives to the Rajya Sabha seat. So the lone Rajya Sabha seat from Nagaland. So during the Rajya Sabha seat, as you know, from PJB, Pongnang Konyak has been elected for the Rajya Sabha seat. So she is from the PJB party. So day before yesterday, the two parties had a meeting and they decided, like, because besides Chief Minister's portfolio, there was no major portfolios given to the NDPP legislators. So the both parties decided that road and bridges will be given to one NDPP legislature. So that was the understanding between the two parties, and they decided that Cuba will be given NDPP will be given the portfolio, which has been taken away from White Party.
Yes, Loreni, Mokan Aro Janibo Mona say it move to it portfolio to Luilo to ekta pre-planned move ase niki inikabi dikibo pare nishna ase to amni itla opor aro highlight dibo paribo neki.
Yes, Roman. Yes, General Assembly for the Nagaland state is next year in the early part of next year, which will be conducted. So as we can see, the changes of the portfolio, yes. We know that NDPP and PJB has been a triple alliance. So, you know, during that time, most of the portfolios, major portfolios have been given to the PJB party also. So now, with the coming to the end of the present government, the term for the present government is coming to an end now. And as we see, like there has been an adjustment that has been made between the PJB and the NDPP party. So, as I said, Chingwang Konyak, who is the president of NDPP, he said like, since now election next year, Nagaland general election, assembly election is next year, and they wanted to make some changes also. So the two parties had a meeting, and yes, they wanted to hold some major portfolios, NDPP also, and so that was the adjustment that has been made because they have sent a consensus candidate to the lone Rajya Sabha seat from Nagaland, who belongs to the PJB party.
Yes,
so now that was the adjustment they have made. That is what NDPP president has confirmed that.
Yes, Loreni, Holibi Mokan Jania Nishna, Aru Exal to Baki Takishe, Holibi Inia Exal Baki Taka, still 1 year left. Aruinga Summit Takas Agete he, Nika portfolio acta, and then he is not any leader. He is in fact the Deputy Chief Minister of Nagaland. So Inika Ekta important Minister Ekta Hat Brai, Nika Ekta portfolio Luiluato, Ekta Salvi Aru Sal Baki Takia, Same Baki Takia, Agete Nika Luiluato. To Inika Pabna Korea Doman Dikipa Wole Nishnado, Ekta Takala Majute Pula Braiwi Namilia Nishna, Ekta Rift, Ekta showdown Nishna Takishiniki to be Dikipa say to what is your opinion on that? What do you think about that?
Yes, like you know, as in politics, we know like there has been a crack in between, you know, now and then. So yes, PJP party alone also has been in between them. There has been some differences between them also, what we can see, because during the last by-election also, you have seen that few differences between PJP parties and internal differences, that is between the party. And yes, NDPP, you know, like what we see, though they have a triple alliance, they were a little bit of, they were like somewhat kind of a little handicapped, you know, where because every time they have to consult with the higher up, what the PGP party always used to say, like we have to consult the higher ups, which means from the center only they operate, the PGP party operates. So what we see here, the situation is that NDPP mostly are, you know, they have to every time consult with also with the PGP party, also being the triple alliance. So yeah, it might we can there might be a differences going on also, but though it has not been out in public, whatever is happening inside, but yes, what we have seen is that NDPP has not been that much out like the PGP party has been during this alliance government.
Hoi Loreni, itu UDA government to ekta coalition government ase NDPP, BJP और NPF लगा माजुटे तो इनिका इटो portfolio खान लुइलो आदो तखाला माजुटे crackdown भी हुजाबो निकी तखान आरो इटो coalition to खतम भी हुजाबो निशना भी भावना करे से आरो also during this times इटो Naga peace talks भी चुली थाकिया समेटे आरो इटो UDA government खान प्राय इटो Naga peace talks लाओ परे solution आनिबो निशना भावना थाकिया दे इनिका एकटा major step एकटा लुइलो आदो इटो लाओ परे तखाला coalition लगा UDA coalition laga pore incoming elections te ki impact thakibo eto takhala coalition to khotom hui jabo niki kinika bi bhabna kore ase apni to janai dibi.
Yes, what we can see now is that, as you know, like UDA government do hoishikule do NPF just joined the UDA the PDA government for the peace talk. Otherwise, NDPP or PGB main PDA government and at the end of the government term, the 5 years term only, NPF also supported the two parties so that solution juldi ahi wole. But yes, what we can see now is that in the next election, most probably this is going to be held next year, beginning of next year. What I have heard also like from sources is that in the previous election was a pre-poll alliance, but most probably in the coming election there might not be a pre-poll alliance as such, like NDPP had with BJP in the last election. So as I've mentioned, like in the next election there will be a lot of interesting things that might come up with the situation that is going on and with all those in between the political parties also.
Loreni, what are the chances? I would like to ask that upcoming elections day to NPF aro BJP aro NDPP takhan alag bra election khelibo nishna thakya. What are the chances? Takhan alag bra khelibo neki na takhan aro coalition hi kuribo inika. What do you think? What are the chances on that?
With the position now, like what we can see is that like NDPP, according to sources, what we have heard and from NDPP has, though they are a regional party from Nagaland, a new region which has been formed newly, they could not freely exercise during this present term. What I've seen. What everybody has seen also, and so like they have been kind of tied down because of this pre-poll alliance, and as per sources like they were not free to govern the state also. So in the next election, most probably NPF, NDPP, and BJP they won't be having a pre-poll alliance. Yes, of course, like post-poll is different, but in the pre-poll alliance, they might all stand up independently for the next coming election.
Yes, Loreni, thank you so much for your updates. Aro, this was the big breaking. Ito Nagaland laga ekta big breaking news ase. Jote Nagaland laga Chief Minister Nltv Rio pra mangha laga Deputy Chief Minister Y Peton logode pra road and bridges portfolio to wapas loilo she. Aro ito to ekta big showdown ase UDA partners NDPP aro BJP majote, and then ito ekta big impact big hobole nishna ase upcoming assembly elections 2023 de. Now moving on. Now moving on, Department of Information and Technology Communication and Department of Power Majote Ekta Departmental Review Meeting Takshe 22nd April 2022 Chief Secretary's Conference Hall Debra. Chief Secretary J. Alampra lead kurikina senior government officials logote hodai hui thakia mamla khan oporte itia project chuli thakiate problems khan opor kotha korise. Department of Information Technology and Communication pratai khan laga activities laga PowerPoint presentation dishe aru infrastructure aru Department pra capital shortage oporte bhi kotha korise. IT Department pra koise tai khan laga website te 70 departments laga websites aru online applications ase aru inner line permit common service centers laga website can be host korea. Meeting the Chief Secretary aru tai laga team pra ILP aru ST certificates can manual process pra chulibole aru edu process te digital kurikina 3 aru 4 moina te khotam koribole laga proposal dishe. Chief Secretary J. Alampra itu IT departments khan oporte khushi janaise kam phal pra kuria nimite aru age dinte bi nika kam kuri thakibole mang korise. Power Department prabi PowerPoint presentation dishe aru tai khan laga projects khan oporte aru approve na hoi kena thakya projects khan laga bi dikhaise. Power Department pra koise department te sobse dangor problem to manu komti hua nimite kam phal pra kuribole na paria laga ase. Power Department pra solar plant projects oporte bi kotha korise. Eastern Naga Students Federation pra Taikan laga Andolan April 21 pra shuru kuriya to rukhai dishe ENSF media cell laga press release te pra chanaishe. Taikan edu faisla loa to Nagaland State Government pra Federation ke official letter ekta dishe letter de chanaishe ki exempted departments aru post kan NSSB regulations 2020 laga under te anibole ENSF pra mang kuriya to cabinet para manzur koise. ENSF Kanpura Sorkar aru Chief Minister Nipirio ke ENSF laga legitimate mang to swikar kuria oporde khushi janaise. Federation pra State Sorkar ke appeal kurikena taikan laga mang to jolti chuli jabole janaise. Advisor Law and Justice H. Chubapra District Court Complex Foundation Le Kurishe Aro Judicial Officers Quarter Office inaugurate Kurishe. Changpra Koshe Society ke Bhalpra Age Jabon Nimite Ekta Balance Takibalage Customary Laws Aro Judicial System De. Changpra Taikan Laga Naga Society Still Legal Awareness Laga Importance Support Be Kota Kurishe. MLA Entongwa Konyang Pra Koshe Court Complex Te Ekta Aspiration Aser Mon Laga Manukan Nimide Aro Departments Ken Ke Danibat Dishe Edu Department Ke to Project Shuru Kuria Nimide. Tai Umid Rakise Project Joldi Kotam Kuribole. Pradesh te drought laga halat sabole inter-ministerial team Friday din te aishe Nagaland te. Team pra Kohima Jaluki aru Woka te aishe. Team ke lead kurikena Central Water Commission Director Sudhir Kumar aru Secretary Food and PD Ramchandra Assistant Director MNCF DA FWDR Pradeep Kumar para District Disaster Management Authority aru line departments logode Deputy Commissioner's Office Kohima te meeting loishe. Briefing Korea Homoide Department pra Koshe Taikan pra ahia laga maksat to Pradesh te drought situation sabole ahishe aro team pra agriculture aro PHE departments ke monsoon nahia agete plan banabole koshe drought ahibo nadibo nimide. Team pra farmers logote bhi kota patishe aro farmers kan ke sustainable water resource chulabole koshe aro team pra anibole enable husbandry and veterinary departments ke drought aro epidemic nimide tayar rakhibole koshe. Pungro subdivision based NGOs aro administrations milikena City Wong ba bosti aro Wong ba bosti laga rasta banaise. Rasta do bishi bia halat se takise aro sink bi hui takise kindo gari khan ahya ja kuribole bishi digdari pai takise. Kipuri aro Pungro connect Korea rasta aro zinki pra loikena Pungro te ahya rasta do bishi sal nimite government pra nabanai kena chari dishe. Iduha karan opai nataki kena Pungro subdivision laga NGOs kan free will donation chama kuri kena rasta do sob manu laga bhal nimite banaise. JV Foundation pra basketball tournament organized Korea de final match Knitters aro ORCA majote khilishe. Tai Junbi Kohima laga ase aro team ORCA pra hamke takan ke jeet hasil kurshe 69 points para. Game 10 Knitters kan 58 points talishe. Winners kan ke cash prize rupees 1 lakh aro medals logote certificate dise. Runners-up Knitters can cash prize 50,000 paise certificate logote. JV Foundation Director Mr. Vikaito Yaptomi pra ito tournament ahya salbi ayojan koribole umid kori ase aru so manu hissa lobole pare koikena janaise. Ito tournament te total 14 teams pra hissa loa jani paise.
I have said enough during the opening ceremony, but since I am given the privilege, I want to just put in some few words, especially of thanks to the organizers. Firstly, I want to congratulate the JV Foundation for hosting this tournament so well. I think this is one of the premier basketball tournaments in Nagaland, and I believe, as time goes on, it will become even more popular in the Northeast. And so this is my dream, and I hope that JV Foundation will take this game forward, not only tournament, but in the area of coaching in the days to come. I am sure the director of JV Foundation will put in a word for the referees, but on behalf of NBA, I want to especially thank the referees from Meghalaya Basketball Association, Yolinda, William, and Webley. They all did their job wonderfully, and so special thanks to them on behalf of NBA, and also to my friends, brothers Tia and Imti Amri, for doing the work on the table so well. On the lighter side, I think it's time for us to retire. We are oversized and overaged. We want young referees to come up soon, and so I was told by Salio, I think the captain of Taurus as well as Nagaland team, that he wants to give the exam for refereeing in the next nationals, and so I want young senior players to come forward to take up officiating so that basketball will grow.
Federation of Schools Teachers of Meghalaya bra Shillong te rally ayojan kuribo koshe taikan laga non-cooperation congress sagma led sarkar ke dikhabole. State Education Department laga ekta inconclusive meeting te first term laga President Mayborn Lingdo bra koshe sarkar bra tangka utabole laga vada kuriya to pura na kuriya aro teachers laga charter demands pura na kuriya nimide teachers bra taikan laga rally ke Friday din bra intensify kuribo koshe. Sarkar ke pressure dibole itu rally shuru kori ase. Teachers pra taikan lagar salary 18,000 pra uthai dile aro hodai sal 5% pra uthai dibole mang kurishe inika pura kurishe kule hi taikan itu rally khotam koribo koshe. Idia primary teachers laga tanga do 12,000 ase aro upper primary aro secondary laga do 16,000 pra loikena 20,000 to 24,000 tak ase. Teachers laga eku additional allowance nai. Rally kuribo nimite alag districts laga teachers kan ahikena Meghalaya Board of School Education Office Lachumiri laga bahar de buhi takishe. Teachers pra school de najabo koshe sarkar pra mang pura nakuria agede. Total de 7,678 ad hoc teachers ase Meghalaya de. Hurong Village Students Union pra press release ektate issue kurikena janai shete union pra Nagaland Sarkar aro School Education Department oporte khushi napa janai she union pra Principal Director School Education Department ke Science aro Mathematics teachers natakya oporte bishibar mang kurise aro aseba sanctum logote NOC ke revoke kuribole laga mang bi kurise holebi Sarkar pra eko jawab dia nai aseba sanctum to English graduate teacher ase GMS Hurong aro union pra koshe aseba sanctum laga NOC te likhya hisab to aseba sanctum ke kitia school pare lage type ra itu tha moite GMS Hurong te wapas jabole dibo itu nimite itia GMS Hurong pra aseba sanctum ke lagi ase holebi School Education Department pra taike rukhai ase itu nimite sarkar pra sanctum ke rukhabole eku hak nai koikena union pra janaishe Union Prakoshe GMS Hurong Village te teachers bishi lagi ase aro student strength laga criteria para bi punchi ase aro teachers natakya mide academic sessions shuru hua samete Hurong Students Union pra volunteer kurikena students khan ke hikai thakishe Itia Thakias teachers khan para bi higher classes khan ke nahikai kinto tai khan bi primary nimita hi ase itu karne union pra graduate teachers mang kurise aro itla opore classes khan ke hikabale union pra schools te teachers natakile nachulibo koikena April 25 pra shuru kurikena school bond kuribo koise department pra positive response nadia tak Urge de mania pichide Tobu Town Baptist Church Youth Organization pra ekta social work ayojan kurishe April 23 Tobu Town de. Social work to Tobu Town Baptist Church laga youth director Yole Chingyak para loikina social work to shuru kurishe Tobu Police Point pra ADC office tak. Social work shuru nakuria agede director pra kota ekta kurishe aro inika Say no to plastic and yes to healthy life laga topic te type pra koshe. Ito do ek jun laga responsibility hi na hoi kena duty hi bhi ekta hase shehar safa rakhibole aru safa rakhya pra hi kisim bemari khan pra hohai kena thakibole paribo.
And yes to healthy life. Say no to plastic and yes to healthy life. Na pada paradak nega kudilehi akan bisi tu hobo amikan laga town eda ba bile amikan kisi amikan laga town tu sama bar rakhibo pare amikan itu gani once again I am so grateful to all of you that whoever have turned up for today's the cleanliness drive.
Niti Ayog pra Sarkar pra Saman Khan ke biri ki Niti Ayog laga nutun chairman chunishe April 22 day aro Rajiv Kumar pra resignation dia pichite official order hisabte beri to May 1 2022 pra charge lobo order hisabte Kumar's laga resignation to accept kurishe aro tai laga post to April 30 pra kali kuribo paribo koikena janaishe Kumar do ekta eminent economist ase aro tai do August 2017 pra Niti Ayog laga vice chairman kurikena aishe Kumar pra ekta ahem hissa niphai thakishe Niti Ayog policy making logote agriculture asset monetization disinvestment aspirational districts program electric vehicles oporte bi focus rakhikena kam kurishe Dido Center for Policy Research laga senior fellow bi takishe koikena jani paishe idia laga nutun VCB poila dedo NCAER laga DG takishe aro Prime Minister's Economic Advisory Council Statistical Commission aro Reserve Bank of India's Technical Advisory Committee on Monetary Policy laga member bi takishe koikena jani paishe Union Home Minister Amit Shah pra Patna Airport te punchishe April 22 de ek din visit kuribole Bihar de. Shah ke Chief Minister Nitish Kumar pra airport lobole ahishe. Shah do Bihar aro public aro political events te engage hobole ase to be shuru kurigena freedom fighter Babu Veer Kunwar Singh Vijay Utsav laga photo te garland haligena. Azadi ka Amrit Mahotsav laga naam pra aro freedom fighter ke honor kuribo laga program ekta loshe. Shah to Bihar's Sasaram Rohtas district Jamuhar laga de Gopal Narayan Singh Vishwa Vidyalaya laga pehla convocation address kuribole ase. Jana Nishina Amit Shaldo Bihar te visit Korea to 3 din visit Korea hissate ase. Madhya Pradesh, Bihar aro Puducherry kuntu Friday din te shuru hoise ito visit to. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh Assam te punchishe April 23 Srimanta Sankara Dev Kalakshetra Guwahati te award ceremony attend kuribole. Assam Sarkar pra award ceremony rakyato Sipai Khan ku 1971 Bangladesh Liberation Larai te hissa loshe tai khan laga balidan nimide honor kuribole ahishe. Union Defense Minister to Savant Indian Industrial Fair Udayam 2022 Veterinary Field Khanapra Guwahati te be attend kuribole ase. Assam Chief Minister Hemonto Bishwa Sarma talaga cabinet colleagues or senior government officials can be programmed te shamil hobole ase. Idunimide Guwahati te Thai security tayari bi banai kena ase. Defense Minister Nahya agete koi kena jani paise. Enforcement Directorate pra Jahangir Puri Hatsa laga asol galat karke arubi money laundering case te Prevention of Money Laundering Act laga under te case darj kurishe. Galat kar laga naam ase Ansar Sheikh ED pra Judge Jabo Sheikh laga Daulat dusra Shak Khan ke bi aro poisa chulai kena dharom majute digdari phelabole koshish kuri thakya manu khan ke. Police Khan Shakuri ase Sheikh ke kunuba para poisa dishe aro preliminary investigation Delhi Police para Jai Sab Haldia West Bengal de tai laga ghor dangor ekta ase. Jahangir Puri Hatsa laga case te judge ja pichede Delhi Police para kushe Sheikh ke track kuria shuru hoise aro tai laga phone calls record te bi sukho rakhi ase. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres Ukraine visit Kuribo April 28 te. Guterres para Volodymyr Zelensky aro Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba logote log Kuribo. Guterres to UN agency staff ke bi log Kuribo aro Ukraine janta khan para humanitarian modot lagi thakya khan te khota Kuribo. UN Chief Ukraine jabole laga khobor to Tai Moscow jaikena Russian President Vladimir Putin aro Foreign Secretary Sergei Lavrov logote log Korea pichite hi jani paise. Associate spokesperson for Secretary General Eri Kaneko para ito visit to Friday din janai dishe. Kremlin para bi ito khobor bi confirm kurikena janaise. Putin aro Lavrov para Guterres ke swagat kuribo kota kuribole. Sunni Mosque Kukundas Afghanistan de Friday prayers kurita ke homoide 33 June morshe. Manu Muriate Bacha Khan bi shamil ase. Taliban spokesperson Zabihullah Mujahid pra Twitter te Manu Muria laga khobor ke confirm aro koshe 43 June bi hatsa de jokom hoise. Bomb blast ISIS group pra duita hamla kuribo koikena ekdin pechite ektu pehla hatsa ase. Mujahid pra koshe hatsa de kun khan shamil ase tai khan biya soch bukikena ase aro tai khan ke giraftar kurikena sai se kuleto tai khan UN Chief Antonio Guterres pra bi hatsa ke ninda kuri dishe. University Grants Commission aro All India Council for Technical Education pra Indian students can care Pakistan te higher educations na kuribole hukum dishe. Press release ulai dia te janaishe kun Indian national na hoile bi overseas Indian citizen ase Pakistan te degree courses kuribole bhabna ase tai khan ke India te kam na dibo koshe jodi namani ke na Pakistan te educational qualifications kan kurishe kule. Hoile bi migrants aro tai khan laga bacha khan Pakistan te higher education degree loi kena thake aro India pra citizenship di kena thakile India te kam bisaria homoite narukabo koshe hoile bi Ministry of Home Affairs pra phale pra security clearance pabo lage. India aro UK pra Taliban ke sandesh batai kena koishe Maki Khan ke secondary education te school te wapas jabo dibole. Prime Minister Narendra Modi pra bi tailaga UK counterpart Boris Johnson log kurikena meeting kuria homoite humanitarian halat Afghanistan te bishi bia hoita human rights pra bi bia kuria aro education Maki Khan ke Nadia khilaf kota kurishe. Prime Minister Modi pra UK pra Kinika UN Afghanistan conference ke co-host kurishe March 31 te aro humanitarian modot dishe ito oporte khushi janaishe. Johnson pra bi khushi janaishe India pra Kinika medical aro khalwa modot dishe Afghanistan manuke. Duta desh phale pra bi paryatak humanitarian modot Afghanistan manuke di thakibole koishe aro Afghanistan te representative lagile modot dibole. Political system mazbut banai kina shanti aro hohai kuribole bi kotha kurishe. Dhanyawad viewers, news now to yate samapto ase aro updates sakibole sai takipi Nagaland TV sob manulaga was.